Hello, friends. How you doing today? So I wanted to record a quick video on a topic that's playing out in the sports world. And if you don't know, I am a basketball fan, specifically a Golden State Warriors fan. They're really close to where I live. Season ticket holder now, so that's kind of cool. But what I wanted to talk about today was Kevin Durant, one of their stars, if you don't happen to know, has decided to leave in free agency, which is absolutely his right to do, and has decided to leave to join another team. And I wanted to record a video as a Golden State Warrior fan and a Kevin Durant fan, because I think there are some big lessons learned. If you are a business owner, you're in a relationship, you're thinking about running a real estate investing business, because real estate is such a team-oriented business and a people business. I think there's a lot of things that I can take from Kevin Durant leaving the Warriors in play in the business of real estate. First and foremost, respect matters, right? When Kevin Durant coming to the Warriors, I don't know anything other than having to go to the games and what you read on TV, or what you read in the news and watch on TV, excuse me. But you could certainly sense, at least in the media and the fans, that it was the old crew and Kevin Durant, right? You actually heard some of this in the playoff run, where some of the questions were coming to Kevin that kind of made it seem like, them and him, right? He was a Warrior at the time. And to hear some of the way the questions were phrased from the media was unfortunate, right? It could very easily be construed that the media and maybe some of the fans weren't respecting Kevin as a integral part of the Warriors. They'll certainly respect it now that he's gone, and it's sort of like this huge vacuum, but too late. So in classy move, retiring his number, I think that's a nice touch. And for someone who played for 3 seasons, I don't know that happens a lot, but again, classy move. But again, remember, respect matters, right? When you are working with your team and your peers or other business owners, know that respect matters, and to understand and appreciate that at all times. And don't be flippant or rude or condescending, especially as relationships go up and down and you have turmoil. And I can only imagine traveling all over the country, with I don't know what it is, 50 people, 40 people travel with the team. Who knows? But you can certainly see how tensions on a flight or a bus, and it would sort of become us and them. And don't let that happen. The next thing to really appreciate, and you're starting to hear some of this now in the media, is never assume your team members know, right? They see you putting in the work. They see you writing lots of offers. They see you coming in on time, under budget as a general contractor. Never assume. Make sure you take the time to tell the people around you frequently that you appreciate them. They're rock stars. Build them up. Don't go weeks or months without telling them just how valuable they are to you, right? It is so easy in this world of instant gratification to be lazy and not give back with just simple words or a text message, for heaven's sakes. Never assume they know. Just because you've told them 50 times, don't assume they know. Next, tell your team members just how important they are all the time. Right? I could imagine when Kevin Durant came to the Warriors that first year or that first summer, however they position it in the organization, he was getting patted on the back, welcome to the team, meeting all the ushers, all the people raving around, and he felt like he was home probably. He probably felt that in the beginning. And then you start to see it evolve, and you go through a playoff run, you wipe people out, 15-1 or 16-1 in the playoffs, or 15-1. I think there was only 3 games the first series, whatever. And domination, and you get the championship, and then you head into the summer. It's like, where'd everybody go, right? No appreciation. You win the Finals MVP, and it's just understand that as new members come to your team or your business or your real estate, make sure you're telling them all the time just how much you appreciate them, so that you can in good conscience know that you've done enough, and they always know that they feel a part of it. Another one that's a big one is yesterday's success means nothing for tomorrow's decisions. Right? The 3 years that Kevin Durant was with the Warriors, they were in the championship game 3 times. They won 2, lost 1. And that made no impact on the future decision, or little impact. How do I know? I'm not Kevin Durant, right? But it just didn't matter, right? That was like sunk cost, decisions already made. He was like, where do I want to be for the next 4 to 5 years? Do I want to be in this organization where I feel like a hired gun and I'm on an island by myself while the other 3 or 4 people are just cracking jokes, inside jokes that were long done before I got here? I don't know. I don't know if that happened. I hope it didn't. But you can see how in the business world, right, you may have relationships that go back 5, 10 years, and then you bring on a new contractor and you start cracking jokes and you guys are in the same meeting, and he or she just doesn't know because they weren't there 5 years ago when you bought that dump and it didn't work out. So make sure, you realize that, just because they were successful last time doesn't mean they're going to stick with you next time. If they feel slighted or disrespected, people will go elsewhere, right? Kevin Durant took less money. Now he'll get a lot of that back in the 5th year, I'm sure, but he took less guaranteed money to go. And, that tells you he had to feel uncomfortable. And he, I don't know if unwelcoved's the right word, but can you imagine if he's willing to make that choice with millions of dollars? Any of your contractors, your realtors, any of them could easily go for thousands of dollars. So just realize that yesterday's success means nothing for tomorrow. So don't count on it. Make sure you keep open communication and all of that. And then the last one I wanted to write down is make sure you welcome new members to your team and frankly overcompensate, right? I can still imagine that first year or first summer when Durant came to the Warriors, he was getting patted on the back and all of that. But then it quickly morphed after they did what they were supposed to do, won the championship, right? 4 all-stars, going after it. And it's that next summer should have been the building of bridges, and he should have become a Warrior for life. It was that first summer after that first championship where this fracture probably occurred. And it's because of, that was the second time through for much of the crew. And they were like, we got 2 rings, you got 1, that kind of thing. And that's unfortunate, right? Can you imagine what would have happened if Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Iguodala, the rest of the crew stayed together a couple of more years, right? Talk about unfinished business, but now or never know. And it's because the core of the Warriors that will likely be Warriors for life never brought Durant in or never forced the media to bring him in. They could have addressed this over and over, and it was probably be nauseating, right? It just shouldn't have happened. And, now, we have another lesson from sports. Sports teaches us a lot of lessons in life. And this is the one that, as a Warrior fan and a Kevin Durant fan, I'm going to take for a long time, right? Respect your team members. Never stop thanking them or tell them how great they're doing. Yesterday's success means nothing for tomorrow's decision. And make sure we welcome new members. So let me know what you think, even if you're not a Warriors fan. Leave a comment what you think, because I think this is another lesson learned for all of us. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. Take care.